very briefly talk about Maura Healey and Massachusetts. Now, Maura Healey is the Attorney General for Massachusetts, and Massachusetts has an assault weapons ban in place. The type of assault weapons ban that we had back from '94 to 2004 as a nation. And one of the things about this quote-unquote assault weapons ban is that it defines certain features, shall we say, as being inherently evil. In other words, if a rifle has a muzzle device, it's evil. If it has a bayonet lug, it's evil. If it has a pistol grip, yes, it's still evil. If it has a collapsible stock, well, then that rifle must assuredly be evil. So Maura Healey came out and arbitrarily made the decision and the announcement that they would now reinterpret and redefine what already established, detailed law in Massachusetts actually means. In other words, she has made the decision on her own, without being a congressman or a senator, and without the governor signing anything into law. She has decided that her office will now enforce this assault weapons ban differently. She has decided that no longer will quote-unquote assault weapons that have been modified by the manufacturer to no longer fit the description of an assault weapon, to no longer have the so-called evil features that anti-gunners say make a rifle evil. No. These rifles will no longer be allowed to be sold in Massachusetts. So basically, she is violating the very law which she would have agreed with were it not for the pesky fact that manufacturers said, okay, then we'll just build something that fits with that law, that does not meet those requirements. Now, she's of course calling this a loophole, but it's not a loophole when you are following the letter of the law. You see, anti-gunners came out and said muzzle devices make a rifle evil, so manufacturers removed the muzzle devices. Manufacturers then removed the collapsible stocks. Why? Because anti-gunners said collapsible stocks are evil. They also said pistol grips. Well, you can't have a pistol grip and have a detachable magazine. So guess what? Manufacturers took care of that problem and they went ahead and got rid of those pesky bayonet lugs, because we know there's so many bayonet killings going around Massachusetts nowadays. So they basically tweaked their rifles to fit what anti-gunners say is not an evil rifle, but somehow that's not enough. So she has taken it upon herself to redefine existing law without going through any sort of legislative procedure. She, as Attorney General, has decided to take it upon herself to further violate the Second Amendment and the citizens' rights in Massachusetts. And the hilarious thing about all of this is that while she was talking to the press, laying out her grand plan to reinterpret laws on a whim, she came right out and said, look, these gun manufacturers, they're just slipping through a loophole. That's all they're doing. They're removing a muzzle device, or they're removing a bayonet lug, or a pistol grip, or a collapsible stock, or whatever it is, just so that it can be technically legal. But we all know that the gun is essentially still the same gun, that it doesn't really change how deadly this gun is. Wait a minute. Are you telling me, as a hardcore, to-the-bone anti-gunner, are you telling me that a muzzle device, or a pistol grip, or a bayonet lug doesn't make a rifle inherently more evil? Because, if I recall correctly, for about 30 years or so, you anti-gunners have been telling people and trying to drill into people that somehow a muzzle device, or a bayonet lug, or a collapsible stock, or a pistol grip somehow made a rifle inherently more evil. In fact, that was about half of the whole assault weapons ban right there. So are you telling me that was a lie, that it was BS? Are you finally admitting your hypocrisy when you tried to force on us the idea that a muzzle brake made a rifle more deadly or made somebody more inherently prone to pick it up and go kill people? When at the time people like myself stood up and said, no, this doesn't change the rifle at all? That all you're trying to do is find certain features that only certain rifles that you don't like have, just so that you can have an excuse to ban those rifles? Is that what you're finally admitting to? Are you finally admitting your lies and your hypocrisy? Because if you are, we still don't agree on anything. But congratulations on at least finally telling the truth about something. So to sum up, Maura Healey, you have violated the Second Amendment rights of the citizens of Massachusetts, the same citizens whose rights you swore to defend when you became Attorney General. You've also violated your oath of office. You swore to uphold and defend the Constitution, and you are certainly not doing that. You've also arbitrarily, on a whim, decided how to reinterpret a law by yourself, without the Congress, without the Senate, and without your governor signing it into law. You have illegally decided to reinterpret a law. You've also finally admitted your stupidity and your hypocrisy as an anti-gunner. Congratulations on that one. So to sum up, you are a despicable human being. You're also a little bit of an idiot from what I can tell. And finally, Miss Maura Healey, please do go fuck yourself.